Okay.
How's it going on, everybody?
I can see your face. I can see how hard that was for you to stay quiet.
Alrighty. I want to bring
you guys should
something
get
up.
face cams. I would love to see you guys.
Eventually in the
I'll
future.
pass for
What do you
now.
want to talk about, Lewis?
You know what? Why the fuck did Bryler put Grant Gustin in the topics channel? What does that mean? Can you bring that back up? What was your train of thought?
What?
Wait, where the fuck is Grant Gus?
Oh, it's way back in here at the beginning. In our
Why is
topics
it
channel.
where the whoa?
It was one of the first things we actually talked about after we were like, we're going to start a podcast. Lewis actually brought it up. Lewis,
What the hell is
would you-
Grant Gustin? I don't even know what that is.
He's like a actor. He's done. Okay, have you seen The Flash?
No.
I guess
By
that's
the
like the
CW.
most famous thing he's in. Yeah, the CW's Flash.
Oh, okay. He's a TV actor.
Yeah.
Sure. Don't say that don't say that all dismissive, but yes.
I'm not saying it dismissive. I'm just saying it merely as fact. He's an actor on TV.
Yeah, he acts on TV and
Not
As
movies.
opposed to a
takes
movie
superhero
actor.
role.
Yeah.
Yep. True,
which
true,
you
true.
definitely value more, I think, right? Or no?
No comment.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, no wonder. All right. Actually, me bringing this up and putting it in the topics channel was actually based on something Lewis said. Lewis, if you'd like to take it away.
Is this guy in trouble for something or what?
I want to say
No.
me bringing it up that Chance put in the topic channel, and then him saying that me bringing it up was funny because he put it because of my stead. It's funny because I no longer remember what it is that Grant Gustin has to do.
Oh, no?
It also
okay, because I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a question. And I think you're going to remember the question pretty quick.
because
Because I'll ask it to you.
Okay, you'll ask.
Just so everyone in this call is aware, Lewis is the one who posed this question in the first place.
Look at this
was not a
fucking
me
pussy.
thing.
He's
This
so
was not
he's
a
so
me
scared
thing.
of being funny.
This was not a me thing. All right? The question I'll ask back to you, Lewis. Do you think Grant Gustin eats pussy, or is he too scared of what comes out?
All right. First
Trying
of all,
to eat something, you fucking asshole.
why would you
should
come
be
up
right
with
now.
something like that? That's so fucking whack.
I didn't.
It's so
didn't.
insane. Okay.
I didn't come up with
think
that. You came up with that, you fucking idiot.
Chance, why'd you
Listen.
come up with that?
you coming up with that is
It-
fucking
it-
insane. All right. I would say
It is something I would come up with, but I didn't come up with it.
No, I'd say he stands his ground and he knows what's coming. So he's definitely
Nice.
he's definitely a stand-up guy when it comes to that. What is your take?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Connor?
All right, let me look at this guy. Well, first of all, he's a TV actor.
Look at his wife, too.
Yeah, take a look at his
Once again, you say that dismissively.
I'm just pointing that as fact. He's a TV actor.
It's
He's more
prejudice.
famous than any of us could hope to be.
for now.
Incorrect.
Correct.
No, we have a podcast. Does he have a podcast?
I think he might, actually.
Holy shit.
I know he's
look
been
up,
on podcasts.
Look up and see if he has his own podcast.
Grant Gustin, by the way, sponsor us. That'd be really sick.
I think Grant Gustin with a beard eats pussy. Grant Gustin without does not. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So off the CW, Grant Gustin.
Because he looks like a nice Christian boy without, but with a beard. And honestly, he should keep the beard on from now on.
I think he does. I think he's normally bearded.
I don't
Normally bearded.
think he should
Okay.
shave.
Well, so CW's weird, where only actors that they give like express certain permission to could have like full facial hair. But the most that, like, if you look back at the CW, only like a few characters would ever have facial hair, and only for like a second, just to be like,
Right.
oh hey, time passed. But after that,
how
they all
lame.
had to be like either clean shaven or just like a bit of stubble.
Weird.
Wait, is
But
this?
I think he preferred to have a beard.
Is this exclusively to the CW, or is this like contractualized with DC Comics because of because of how they handled Justice League?
Well, Arrow.
No, even like Arrow and Flash and everything before even Justice League came out, like the movie, I should say,
Right.
they were not allowed to have like full facial hair. And in Arrow, he only had it as like look, a lot of time has passed where he couldn't shave, and then he shaved and was clean shaven ish for most of the series after that.
Oh, how lame! I also
a
have
strange
not
rule.
kept up with the CW shows. Actually, DC in general. I think growing up, I just didn't.
I feel a bit cringe to say that I have kept up with it quite a bit.
That's
I'm-
pretty cringe.
How many CW shows
Maybe a little bit.
DC is there?
A lot now. Like a lot now.
Yeah.
Because it started with Arrow, then came Flash, then came Legends of Tomorrow, then came Supergirl, then came... I don't even know. Actually, Legend of Tomorrow might have come after Supergirl. I don't fucking remember.
Do you guys remember Smallville?
I do. Smallville was good. At the time,
subjective of
I
you.
think it was very good. I think now it falls off.
Yeah, to be completely true with you, superhero shows, I don't think the live action could not be.
I
too
think
many
not that I agree with what
episodes
Marvel
of
has
it.
done, and granted, this is all saying that Marvel has a much bigger budget than DC because they were more successful. They were as of right now. I think.
What? Marvel is still a way bigger company than DC.
Yeah, but they're on the downfall. What's the last Marvel movie you watched and liked besides Guardians 3? But I don't think you watched that, right?
I did watch it. I just watched
He
it.
watched it
It's very
after
good.
it came
Yeah,
out. Digital,
see?
digital.
Really good.
Spider-Man?
But okay,
Like the new
how
Across the
how many
Spider-Verse. That's a
movies
Marvel movie.
in between?
Okay, I would argue
All of
that's
those have you
not
liked?
a Marvel movie.
I don't think I've missed a Marvel movie like in the last year or so. Maybe more. I definitely like.
I
I've seen
will
every
say
recent
that
Marvel movie.
all the Marvel movies, I don't look forward to them anymore.
Be completely clear. Did you watch
Yeah, but you're
Eternals?
quote unquote cinephile. Yeah, we do.
No. I'm not a cinephile
Wow.
because I enjoy
You don't
movies.
get to say that.
I
You don't
enjoy
get to say that.
popcorn movies, right?
You don't get to say that.
I can and I will, and I damn
Yep, you
sure
don't get
am.
to say that.
Um,
That's like being that's like somebody saying I'm not an asshole.
well, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you're so right. My
Yeah.
bad. I'll take it back.
but
Great character
But,
development happening.
no, I think what Marvel did is smarter. Of let's do one season, and instead of a movie, let's do one season introducing this character, and then stop it there. Like, have plans on the back burner for another one. Hence Loki season 2. But Moon Knight's probably not gonna get another season. Which
No,
sucks. 'cause
it
I really
already
enjoyed
is.
it. Is it? Is it getting another season?
I'm pretty sure because Oscar Isaac was like, I don't want to do another season, and
Oh.
then everyone was like, do it, bro. And then he was like, fine.
Jamie, can you check? Do we have another season for Moon Knight?
I'm looking it up right now. It says maybe.
Oh, get fucking
So,
fact checked.
a lot of maybes. A lot of maybes.
A lot of maybes.
Anywhere from late 2024 to
Uh,
2026.
It looks like yeah, we're not actually sure yet.
Okay, fair
Doesn't
enough.
mean anything.
Thanks, Jamie.
But I think
Thanks,
I think
Jamie.
they're smart in they just do one-offs, right? That's smart. DC's
Well,
thing
now-
of like, oh, they're making a whole bunch of money, or they're making more money than other stuff is. So let's just keep it going. Like,
This
how
is-
long was the Flash running? Way too
7
long.
seasons.
Oh, you're including the CW in that?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
no.
including
You can't.
all series and seasons. I'm
No,
even
'cause you
including the
can't-
Netflix.
No.
series.
No.
I'm including the Netflix series.
No, you can't compare CW DC to MCU. That is not a comparison you can make.
Well, no.
They're
He's
vastly
comparing
different.
like he's
No,
comparing
no,
like
no.
Jessica
He's looping them
Jones.
into the same.
He's comparing fucking.
If you're comparing like I think it's fair to compare Netflix Marvel to CW DC.
That's what he was
That
doing.
is a fair comparison.
that's what he
Okay,
was doing.
okay.
No,
Well,
he
then-
just talked about the Disney Plus
Yeah,
shows.
well then let me reiterate.
Oh,
That's a different comparison.
I
what the
feel
fuck?
like with the Netflix shows and the CW shows, they're about the same. They're about the same.
They're about the same. You see them
You
as
know,
equal.
the Netflix ones,
Yes,
because
I will-
Netflix is dumb and they're like, oh, let's just cancel these. Let's cancel these.
that's true.
Um,
I will hand it to you. I think they fall into the same like trap, which
Yeah.
is that the first season or the first 2 or 3 seasons, really good.
Mhm.
But then they try to continue the show and it goes bad. Like when they Daredevil season 1, phenomenal. Season 2, still pretty good.
Mhm.
The thing that they brought them all together for, Defenders or whatever it was called, not good.
Yeah.
And so like
Iron Fist wasn't
but
even
actually
that good, right?
actually I think
I never watched it.
I liked season 1 of Iron Fist, but I don't know, a lot of people have a adverse reaction to it.
Yeah.
I also like Jessica Jones season 1, but season 2 was hard.
Didn't watch it.
And so, but the CW, I think at the start of the series, they were very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of fell off. And then the only thing you ended up liking later on in the series was like the crossover events, because it was just like, oh, look, all of my favorite actors get in one place and do cool things. It was like that was the only thing that the writers put thought into was the crossover events.
Everything else was just an A to B to get there.
Kind of, yeah. It was like the same theme every episode, which was like, I will talk about The Flash because that was the one I definitely watched the most. It eventually became like, we have this problem. I'm not fast enough. And then in the end, it turns out he could go even faster.
Yeah.
And then he became fast enough.
All of the Flash's problems.
And then in between, there was a bunch of like, oh, you're like in a bad situation. I promise we will get you out. And then he would just say, I promise, I promise, I promise to everything. He would make so many promises. And like, it felt like every other sentence ended with, I promise. And so I'm like, Barry, I think you need to get a little faster, figure out how to defeat the person, and then promise.
Faster.
I think you just need to stop promising so much. And then, man, the end of the series is just... I haven't seen the most recent season because I haven't looked at see if it was on Netflix or not yet. But it's the finale season, and I am scared to watch it.
I don't know, man. I none of the CW shows or even the majority of the Netflix shows I just could not get in. They didn't have a good enough draw. I like the movie.
If you only
and it
watch
was
the first season,
that's
it's
fair.
good.
And it was. I will be honest. It was a budget thing as well because I knew it wouldn't look as good as the movies, so I didn't really care for it. The series,
the shows,
the Netflix ones or the CW ones,
both.
Because was there like popular live action DC movies at the time? This was like 2013, 2012.
I mean, yeah. When did Man of Steel come out?
Oh yeah, Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel.
That's a good question.
Right
I don't know, but I think it was after the 2013 shows had come out.
Oof.
Flash started in 2014. Oh, I guess Arrow started in 2013. Huh.
And then Dark Knight Rises. When did that come out?
Oh, you know what? Fair.
Dark Knight Rises came out 2012.
Yeah, and original Dark Knight came out, what, 2008?
So yes, the movies...
Or not Dark Knight,
the movies were a much higher quality. There was a very steep drop-off. Because I liked Man of Steel.
You're also biased.
I think a lot of people liked Man of Steel.
Oh, that's fair.
I even liked, even though some of the plot points were kind of dumb, I even liked Batman versus Superman. I did.
I didn't end up watching that one.
I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I like him as the Batman that he is, the more gritty one.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you would have an extreme bias.
No. I like.
I still think you have an
I like
extreme
that
bias.
he's the Batman that's broken, right?
Do you like the Bruce Wayne that is like very much out there and is not afraid to show his will?
Because I just like Ben Affleck, right? I like him as an actor.
Do you like him more than Christian Bale?
No.
Okay, that's why I thought you had bias. I thought you would be like, no, Christian Bale. I love
Christian Bale. I do think that Christian Bale is the best Batman out of the three or however many main Batman actors. But I really like Ben Affleck's Batman as like I said, the broken bat, right? Where all of this shit in Batman's main story has already happened. Robin's already dead. I believe there was references to Bane, the entire like break the Batman thing, like that happened. He's rugged, he's tired, he doesn't give a shit anymore. He's not necessarily like putting a gun to a criminal's face, but he will throw an entire fucking metal and wood box into the man's head, you know.
What?
You need to watch Batman versus Superman, dude.
I guess I haven't.
I've only watched it once, so long ago.
I haven't seen it.
I fucking love Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah, we fucking know.
I understand.
Little do people know, actually, there was this one time.
Oh yeah,
where I went to this Comic-Con.
Oh really?
With my mom and
give us your plug.
Sisters. And
what happened there?
I met Jason Momoa. I took a picture with him.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, I took a picture with him.
I
took a picture with
so
Jason
surprising.
Momoa.
I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah.
Before this conversation, I had no idea.
No. This is a new.
This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Wait,
yeah.
What happened before you took the picture, though?
Oh yeah, did you say anything to him?
You want my?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So,
Did you say something?
So there was a line of like 200-300 people, and
Wow,
and
that's
okay, stop. I know you've heard this story before. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't know there was 200 to 300 people.
There was a lot of people, and we were waiting in line, me and my family and whatnot. And I was trying to hype myself down. I was like, this guy's just a guy, right? He's just a guy who happens to be so fucking hot and such a cool dude, you know. He's just a guy. He's just a man. Finally, after waiting, we get up to where we can see him, and there's this little like rinky-dink 2x4 grease-stained mirror on the side of the wall, so you can make sure your hair looks good or whatever. And I'm like, oh,
grease stained.
Yeah, there were handprints on it and everything. It was gross.
What the fuck?
Gross, man.
And because the work people, Jason Momoa himself, he didn't care. But the
You
people
can't
that
call
were,
them that anymore.
the people were daddy. He didn't care. The
Okay.
people that were organizing the entire thing, though, they were trying to get people in and out, and so they would grab you, they would rush you in, they'd be like, do a pose. You took the pose, you took the picture, and then you were fucking gone. You didn't have time to say anything or do anything. And so, unfortunately, to my sisters, they were like super hyped up, you know. They didn't. Their experience was less than they wanted. My experience was so much better because I had only known Jason Momoa from Aquaman. I didn't know him for any of the other stuff like Game of Thrones that he had done. I just knew
Yeah, it
him
was a
as
big
Aquaman.
shock to us
Yeah.
to find him when we were watching Game of Thrones and be like, oh, wait,
Yeah,
that's Jason Momoa?
You're like, that's Jason Momoa? Connor met that guy? Yeah, I met that guy.
I didn't think about
Yeah,
no.
I think about
Yeah.
that all the time.
I don't know.
And so finally, like, I see him, and I'm like, oh no, oh shit, wait, hang on. that's Jason
Oh,
Momoa. That's Jason Momoa. He's right there. He's in the flesh. He's right there. And so I start freaking out. And finally, it's my turn. Both my sisters just went. It's my turn. The fucking lady that looks like the slug chick from Monsters Inc. pushes me
Aw.
into the dude, and I step up to him, and the motherfucker is towering over me, and so I'm just looking up, and I'm like,
Well, to be fair,
holy shit, you know. And so I freak out, and he starts laughing, and so he's like, what do you want to do? And I throw up 2, like rock symbols. I'm like, let's do that. He puts his arm around me, and we're throwing up the fucking rock symbols. I have the biggest fucking grin on my face, and
we've seen the
I
picture.
have never been so safe, yet so close to death at the same time. If he even like tried to flex, my neck would snap. I'd be gone. I'd be okay with it. Oh my
boy.
god, I love that man.
to be fair,
Yeah, I met Jason Momoa. I don't know if I ever told you guys that.
Just to
story.
reiterate.
no, this is the first I've heard of it. To be fair, anyone towers over you, so
Fuck you.
Yeah,
it can't have been
that's
that
fucked
new an
up.
experience.
Fucked up.
You. Shut the fuck up, Lewis.
Just
Shut
because,
the fuck
yeah,
up.
shut
just
the fuck up.
because
Oh
You're the
Chance,
my
tallest person
fucking
here.
God.
You're the tallest
Shut
person
the
here.
fuck
You
up,
actually
you
don't
piece of
deserve
shit.
rights.
just because
asshole.
Chance is
We're taking them
6'2",
away.
he
You don't
thinks
get to
he's
vote
all
anymore.
shit.
You don't get to vote anymore. I'm not 6'2". I wish. Fuck you. You're 6'2".
Look at this motherfucker. Do
I'm
you
revoking
fucking
your
hear
rights.
this guy? Do you,
This
look
dude
at
is
this fucking guy.
6'2", and 1.2 of that is his fucking face.
Yeah,
That's actually so true. He has such a long head.
I'm talking
is
about
such a
you.
long head.
What the fuck?
No, we're talking
No,
about
we're
you.
talking
Oh.
about. Shut the fuck up, Lewis. You're out of your element.
The
Shut
context, the
fuck
context
up.
is out of
Jesus
order.
Christ.
The context is out of
Fuck.
order. Do you guys? Okay,
Shut the fuck up.
what do you guys think is the worst movie from each the DC?
No, we
universe
have to get
and
off
the-
this
and-
topic. We have been
I would
spending
really
way too
like
long.
to get off this topic.
No, just give me.
We're losing
no,
so
no,
many
no.
people. You
Bad.
want one? You
Yeah,
want one?
one bad movie
Okay.
from the fucking DCU and one bad movie from the MCU.
Chance, go first.
Bad movie.
Worst movie.
Here's the thing. Worst movie. I haven't
You have to have
seen
seen it.
most
Yeah,
of the
you have to have
DCEU
seen it.
movies, which I think puts me at a unique disadvantage here, because
Because I really want to be able to say
think.
the new Flash movie. I haven't seen it, so I can't
haven't seen
say.
it, and I
Ezra
also I think I have a
Miller.
personal bias
Fair with all the
for the
shit,
Flash movies.
Yeah.
I love the Flash movie. I love Flash. So Flash movies. Oh, you know what? Of the ones I have seen,
Yeah.
I think the one I found the least enjoyable.
Yeah.
Man.
Of Steel.
It sounded like you were
can't
on
just say
to
man.
No,
something.
sorry.
What the
No. Sorry, I'm looking at Green Lantern. Green Lantern.
Easy. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah,
Ryan
Green Lantern.
Reynolds
Green
did-
Lantern.
fair.
I was going to say I think Wonder Woman 1984.
No.
fuck?
It was
I liked
okay.
but I could because I forgot Green Lantern existed.
That's fair.
No, it was a good
Wow.
movie. It's just I haven't seen a lot of the movies,
Yeah.
and I liked the first Wonder Woman more than
Oh
1984.
yeah.
And so that
First
was
Wonder
why I was
Woman
giving
was
it that.
fucking
I would
cool.
say
Remembering
I'm
Green
gonna
Lantern,
say
I
that
give it
Green
to that.
Lantern doesn't count because that's a given. I like with I'm saying that after you've stated your opinion.
Okay.
For me
So I have to pick
personally,
another one?
no. For me personally, I'm not
Okay.
gonna say Green Lantern because that's a given. I'm gonna be a little cliche here, and I'm gonna say that even though I did like it, compared to Zack Snyder's Justice League, even though it was 4 hours long, the 2017 Justice League for me, there were
I
moments
haven't seen either.
that I really liked, but overall, it just there's too much setup, and then the last 20 minutes, everything's all
wait.
resolved.
There's too much setup in the shorter movie.
Yeah, well,
That's
'cause,
crazy.
Justice League, it flushes it out more. The 2021, 2017. There's too much setup that's not explained because they cut so much out. It's just kind of like, hey, we need this thing. Okay, we got this thing. Hey, I need you to join the team. No. In the next scene, all right, I'll join your team. It's stuff like that. In the 2021 version, it explains why, dives into it a little bit more.
I see.
And then I will take the head on MCU.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. To see.
I really like a lot of the MCU movies. A lot of the ones recently have kind of fallen short. I haven't seen Quantumania, but I really like the Ant-Man
I've
movies.
also not seen
So
it.
I don't think that that's going to be my least favorite.
Yeah, Ant-Man movies have been pretty nice.
Are we counting solely movies, or are we also introducing the series as well?
Only movies.
No, we have to
only
say
movies,
movies.
so we
Say
can
movies.
hop off the
Okay.
subject
Okay.
just after this.
Just one movie.
just one movie to be
My question:
the worst
does
one.
Marvel Extended Universe count? Like the X-Men's, Blade, Spider-Man, Venom, all
No,
of those.
purely MCU.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
I was gonna say because there are a lot of good
There's a
options
lot,
if we
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
But if it's just MCU,
no.
just MCU.
just
Okay.
MCU.
Damn.
Connor,
That's
I looked up a list.
that's tough. I'm gonna.
I have an
say-
easy answer. I think, and I think once you hear my answer, it might help. Here, let me go first. Let me go
I
first.
don't want your bias though. Okay, fine.
It's not. No, it's not biased. This is not biased. I think this is objective.
This bro's gonna say Thor: Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World.
Yep.
It's Thor: The Dark World. That is
Okay.
easily the worst MCU movie.
Yeah, that's
What
fair.
a read.
But I think that's a standard.
Yeah.
So if I were to give you a second worst movie,
Sure.
Go ahead.
Age of Ultron.
You know what's funny?
Okay.
I was also going to say Age of Ultron.
I think Age of Ultron was. I think the thing that I don't like about Age of Ultron is I think a little bit of what I worried about
Yeah.
maybe trying to watch Justice League, which is just that they're introducing too much at once.
Yeah.
Like in Ultron, like they introduce like the AI right away. It becomes like, oh, this is a villain. We have to
Yeah,
stop.
they should have.
And then it's a bunch of walking, I think.
yeah.
And then it's, oh, big battle. By the way, 2 new characters. Oh, sorry, nope. 1 new character.
Yeah.
Forget about the other guy.
Right.
Who's a staple character in Marvel
Yes.
that everyone seems to love, and yet they just like, kill him off right away.
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
I was also going to say
Hawkeye.
I was
For
also
Hawkeye.
going to say that I didn't really care for. And granted, I like all the Avengers movies, but Age of Ultron is definitely like the least liked one for me personally.
Of the
On
Avengers
standard
movies,
for
yes.
sure. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is the worst of the Avengers movie.
Did you give out a worse on the DCU?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You said-
I would
Connor.
say Green Lantern.
Oh, I'm
Connor, he said Zack Snyder, or he said not Zack Snyder.
yeah,
Justice
the
League.
just
Oh, the
2017
2017.
Justice League.
Okay.
2017 Justice League.
Fair enough.
Lewis,
For me, I
give
would
your answer
say
so we can get the fuck off of this.
my
topic.
least favorite DC movie would definitely be Suicide Squad, Just not vibing with it.
One or two?
Not the first one. I didn't watch the second.
Dude, I was
one.
also gonna say that might
That's
be one
another
of
good
the
pick,
worst ones.
yeah.
It had some
Fuck
moments,
you, Jared
but
Leto.
overall, I think the movie, yeah. I think it had some good moments, but it also had some bad moments.
It had good moments that
And-
didn't amount to anything. Is my thing.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't really
Because-
matter in the long run.
Like the production value was pretty neat. You know, I liked the introduction of the characters.
Oh
You
yeah.
can
was-
pump as
was
much money
really
into
cool.
a movie as you want.
I'm really
Also a
upset that they
no-hitter.
didn't bring Will Smith back for the second one.
I know.
I did not know that.
Dude,
That's
it would have been
disappointing.
so good. No, he's not. It's Idris Elba as an entirely different character who does the same
Yeah,
shit.
does the same.
Not Deadshot, but still.
But instead of just
two
being,
new characters
instead
who
of-
do the same thing.
Instead of just being good with guns, he's good with guns and also makes them.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
And then John Cena's
I mean, it's
character
fine,
is
but
good
they
with
added-
guns, but not quite as good with guns as Idris Elba.
Is that where the meme
Right?
comes from?
Is
What
that
it
not
was
what he
is
does?
they had to switch out a black guy for another black guy. That's
Is
what
that
they
where
had.
the meme comes from? Like he does what I do, but better.
Yes.
Wow, insane, crazy.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that clip is from Suicide Squad
I
2.
didn't know. I
Yeah,
I'd
listen,
always.
I haven't
seen
seen
it, but
that
I haven't
movie.
seen the movie.
All right, what's your lowest pick MCU movie that isn't Thor: Dark World? Because that's a given.
Not Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. Least favorite.
Really?
I was
Yes.
also gonna say that it was
Listen,
kind of mid.
I loved that movie.
Both of the Doctor Strange movies have insane effects. Like all the budget goes to that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
props, you know. But the introduction of America Chavez, not really great.
You know they have 2,000 to over 2,000 people in Multiverse of Madness. Over
And it
2,000
shows,
people
like you
just on
can
VFX.
tell, there's so much attention put into it, so much
Yeah.
like time. I don't know if they've gotten their backs whipped because
not-
of it, but it looks
Right.
amazing.
I wasn't a super big fan. Yeah, I wasn't a super big fan of how Sam Raimi directed it because he did make it very like. No.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this
listen,
fucking guy.
Listen.
No,
Sam
we got
Raimi's a
problems.
good, great director. I love the original Spider-Man. That's like the thing I know him for.
And I'm not even I know, and I'm not even standing on the original Spider-Man movies. I'm standing on the Evil Dead movies.
Listen.
Take that back,
Sam Raimi,
motherfucker.
horror director. Everyone knows that. Great horror director. They tried to make Multiverse of Madness like a horror movie, but they didn't put enough.
They tried to make it
They,
PG-13
yeah, that's what they tried to do.
horror
And so when they were like having the moments that were meant to be
movie. in
scary,
the MCU.
it just kind of, I don't know, it fell off for me.
It was just no. What it was is it was like it wasn't. They tried for
Yeah.
it to be scary, but it was cool. But neither of those was. They didn't do the thing they wanted to do, and they did something else, but they shouldn't have done it. And so you have zombie Doctor Strange, which is cool, but
No.
not scary.
And when they do like,
you know, or the shadow demon things.
Yeah.
that's cool.
no,
Not
And
scary,
it felt like
you know?
I agree with what Lewis said. I agree with what Lewis
Scary
said.
for a 5-year-old. It's that little clip of SpongeBob, Patrick, and the
Yeah.
baby on the roller coaster.
That's what
what
it
it
is.
is. That's what Mark's
Multiverse
Multiverse.
I
of Madness
kind of
is.
agree with what Lewis said a little bit because the way they introduced it felt like her abilities kind of got overshadowed by like the Strange will become like a father figure who cares about people now.
Yeah.
But she's like a huge deal, right?
They also didn't
Somewhat.
introduce her.
They didn't.
They didn't introduce her. She was just there.
Yeah, she
I
was
thought
just there.
I thought she was the fuck. Who did I think she was? I thought she was somebody completely
Khan?
different.
I
They didn't
initially
introduce her.
I would have thought that she was Miss Marvel because they didn't introduce her. But then like once they were like, "Oh, you're from a different universe." I was like, "Oh, okay, I know who this is." But like I can get
I hated it.
we need to get off this topic. We're making a lot of enemies. We need to get off this
No,
topic.
no,
It was okay. No, it was okay.
no.
It was okay.
Multiverse of Madness was fine.
was
No,
okay.
no. If there are, it was okay. But
Visually-
Visually,
things
it was
didn't
good.
add
Visually
up.
amazing.
story-
Visually great.
One of the best
Phenomenal.
ones.
It was okay.
Okay. It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah. Also, Sam Raimi, valid.
He
for the
is
first,
valid.
Spider-Man
He is
trilogy.
valid. I just didn't like some of the shots that are like very Raimi that were in the movie because I think that
I'm gonna end
Well, that's
this
his name.
topic
It's
by
Sam
saying
Raimi.
the original Spider-Man
Okay,
trilogy. is
you
mid.
living off on that is
okay. Well,
dumb.
now we can't end
No,
the fucking
no,
topic
no.
now.
We'll
now we can't
drop
end the
it.
fucking topic.
We
now.
will
that's it.
drop
No,
it,
all
or it will
right,
be
Chance,
fucking
cut
30
this out.
minutes
We're
of
cutting
me
right
saying
here.
treacherous things to this guy.
Yeah, we have to stop it or we'll get fucking banned. We'll get
Why
banned.
the fuck? Why the fuck did you type "big baby balls" in the throwaway joke
What's
topic
up?
channel?
What's up? Who typed that?
You
You did. Yeah.
Look, September 1st,
The
2023
alliteration.
at
Big
8:08
baby
p.m.
balls.
And you edited it. What did you edit it from?
You edit,
Can I
yeah. What
tell?
did you?
Can I
What
see?
did you say?
Oh, I can. It's in the audit chat. I think I just probably misspelled balls, honestly.
Amazing.
Oh, I do remember. This topic was for Lewis, okay?
Again?
It
Actually,
was-
wait,
it
no.
was a
Why are
question
we
I asked.
talking about baby balls?
No,
No.
Why-
Listen,
no,
let me explain. It will make
I
sense.
don't know if I want you to.
It will make sense. Let me explain. The question was because I said something about like I think. Oh man, I don't remember what I said. It was something,
even know what he
and then I said balls, and then I was like, "Imagine a baby but with big balls." And then I
don't think I
posited this
will.
long, drawn-out question with Lewis, which was, "What if
Oh my god.
you and your wife are like having a baby, and she's like in labor? She goes through all of it, pops the baby out, but she doesn't see him. You see him, and the first thing you notice,
I do remember this conversation.
weirdly, strangely, he's got big balls. Would you feel proud as a dad? Would you feel proud, or would you feel weird?
So
Yeah, I think we
okay.
kind
So
All right.
so
go ahead and
um,
delete your.
Anyway,
Delete your
I'm a
message.
contrarian,
get off this.
apparently.
You are a contrarian. You're definitely a contrarian.
For context purposes,
I'll delete that message.
what the topic of the question was, would you tell
should
your
delete
wife
messages that we talk
immediately
about.
what you saw? And I said
I'll
no,
delete her, guys.
absolutely
Oh my
not.
God.
I would let her go on with her day because I know childbirth is insane.
Oh yes, sorry,
and
that
I
was
would
the question.
not-
That was the
I
question.
mean, I
yeah.
won't ever go through it, so I will never know the pain.
Oh no, I do remember.
I love we're still on this topic.
It was if we were out. That's true. Hey, by the way, Lewis, valid for that. I think the question that I had asked was if we were all out in the lobby waiting, would you tell us before you told her?
Yes.
That was the question.
Because-
was that if your kid crazy balls, would you let us know
Yeah.
before letting her know? Because she just went through an entire ordeal,
Listen, I would only.
and it's kind of a
I would come
crazy
out
thing
to the
tell
lobby
her.
and introduce it that way. What?
Oh, guys, we're so fucking
liked
dumb.
Eternals. I liked it
We're
more
so
than I
fucking
liked,
dumb.
Eternals.
The other one.
Worst MCU movie
Which
is
one did I say?
Eternals.
Yeah, Age of Ultron.
Oh
Age
yeah,
uh,
of
I liked Eternals more than I liked Age of Ultron.
You said Age of
Off this
Ultron.
fucking topic. It's
What a throwback.
Fuck
yeah, okay,
you.
we're off the baby ball subject now.
Oh, we're off of both. Okay.
It's better than big baby balls. No, you know what we're fucking talking about.
What's
What?
up?
You know what we're talking about. You know what we're fucking talking about. Lewis, I want to ask you something, okay?
Shoot.
What was your sexual awakening?
Oh my god. Okay, you're talking sexual.
As far back as you
You-
can remember. And if I need to, I can start this.
Is this something
need
that
to
you
think.
that you put in the topics channel?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he did put it in.
but I'm segueing it better than you guys are.
Sure.
So I can remember whenever I was a wee little lad. I don't remember my first boner, but I do remember the first thing that I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I like that. but like more."
Oh, you were a little.
That
perv.
would be, and it's pretty cliche. But the one that always immediately comes to mind is the very first Transformers. With
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wait,
that-
really?
Okay.
I feel like that
Yes.
was late in life. When
That
came
was
out.
well. I mean, it was. Let me see, because I was still a young guy, but that's the first one that pops into mind. Another one is probably the character Anya Stroud in Gears of War. Big. That was another big like. Oh, that's cool. I like
No
that.
Haven't actually played it. I got no idea.
You should.
I know what mine would be. I think.
Huh.
I think probably Lola Bunny and
Transformers
Space
came
Jam.
out in 2007.
Lola Bunny and
I
Space
was 6.
Captured a lot of hearts back in.
I think Lola Bunny and Space Jam was.
Lola
like,
Bunny
like,
was-
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's attractive, and then I
Yeah.
was like,
So you're
and I
into
was like,
furries.
huh.
Whoa.
No, I'm not into furries. But me and Lewis have this this shared feeling. I think,
Oh, I thought you were
which
gonna say
is
experience.
no, but we've talked about how this specific thing has affected both of us. But it's that Lola Bunny, when she has like her ears down,
Oh boy.
so it looks like hair,
Yeah.
kind of like she like putting hair down. that was a moment where I was like, huh, okay, I find this attractive.
Yeah.
So I think that was the defining moment, I think, for me. That was like the one where I'm like, maybe I feel more.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm trying
so.
to think, and there's also, I would consider
Megan
there's
Fox is a
also
good one, though.
yeah, oh yeah, and again, I know a lot of people are gonna agree with me on that. Another one, now that I'm thinking about it too, is actually Megan Fox and Jennifer's Body, and that might explain a lot more about me personally.
Yeah, definitely.
If you haven't seen, have you seen Jennifer's Body?
Yeah.
I
think
think
it
we all
maybe,
watched
like,
it as a group
once.
one time.
Did we?
No, sorry. This is gonna be really sad, Connor. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean,
You can't say we, you asshole.
Our House and the L's.
You can't.
Is
say
what I
we,
meant.
you asshole.
Wait.
I guess so.
No. I don't remember watching that with you guys. I think this was a long
Yeah.
time ago.
We watched it at one point together. I'm pretty sure. Or
Oh, the phone.
or was it a different Megan Fox movie
Murder
that was
movie?
about horror-ish things? I think it was maybe it was another. Oh, it was the lake one. It was the lake one. What's it called? It might have been called The Lake.
No. It's called
No,
Where the
no.
Crawdads
It's
Sing.
very similar. No, what? No,
What other,
we
what
did watch
other-
that, but it's a different
Other
one.
movie could you possibly be talking about?
I think it's called The Lake.
I'm looking up Megan Fox's movies.
No, it's not called The Lake. Megan...
Look at this guy. Listen to this guy.
Is it? Is it? Wait, is it Megan
No
Fox?
fucking way. She's in Expendables 4.
Till Death. It was called Till Death.
Wait,
That's the one.
Never
wait.
watched
Megan
this
Fox
movie.
is gonna be in Expendables 4.
Kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's in
yeah. I'm all
She's in
about
the movie called Till Death, which is I think a very not.
Oh, her and Jonah Hex too. Very, very. Megan Fox. Period. That's all I need to say.
All right.
I do remember my sexual awakening, and it is kind of a story. So if you guys will hold
Of course,
on to
yeah.
me.
We need you to talk.
Yeah.
This was back in 5th grade. I want to say I was 10 years old, and by this time you would imagine, oh, in school you don't really like do cutouts and then glue them onto your notebook or whatever. But yes, we did in 5th grade. That was a fucking thing. I had to go to like this corner of the classroom, and there was this large stack of magazines that were for cutting and like kind of not mosaicing, but somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Throughout like the year, we ended up piling through this entire stack of magazines. By the time that we got to like the very bottom, I remember seeing like the cover, and it was this naked chick. I was like, "Holy shit! Is this one of those nudie mags? Is this like
shit.
Is this what I've
Oh,
heard?"
shit.
I had heard about nudie mags before, but I was like,
Stop
"Oh,
calling
it's
them that.
just
You
people
sound like you're
naked on
fucking
like
60.
a nude magazine." Okay, well, I found it on a magazine. What do you want me to call it? That was like 60 years
but
old.
calling it a nudie magazine.
Bro found magazine porn.
I found some fucking what's it called? I found a smutty magazine, and so whenever I opened it,
No, I
go
don't
back
like
to
either.
nudie mag.
started
Do you remember
looking
what kind of
through.
mag
There
it
were
was?
some classmates of mine. Absolutely not.
Hustler, Playboy.
It might have
They
been.
don't even do porn
It might have
anymore.
been Playboy because it was just so like popular
No,
as
they're
like
clothed,
a thing back
which
then.
is great. Good for them, I think.
Just that-
I'm not sure. It's a weird stance on that. But yeah, Playboy doesn't do naked
I'm
pics
glad they're not
anymore.
So there's
exploiting
some
people
classmates of mine that started coming towards me, behind me, kind of looking at what I was looking at, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, I've seen that on Channel 43." And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you've seen this on Channel 43?" And it was a huge thing that people who had cable in my town were like, you could just block out channels, but if you just typed it in your remote, it would still pop up.
What?
So
Yeah.
if like I would just be scrolling through like the TV, and 54 was like the highest channel, right? And it was like a music channel for like Mexican music. So whenever I would scroll through like 52, which was MTV, it would skip over to 54, and I was like, "Huh, I had never realized this." One day when my
Right.
parents were asleep, I went into the living
Uh-oh.
room and I typed down 43,
Oh,
the 53. And it was like the weirdest thing that you could imagine, because it was some dude with like a ball
Dude
gag.
had cable porn.
It was someone with a ball gag. It was a blindfold. He was cuffed to like some post, and there was like some girl dancing with like very, very little clothes. And at this time I was like this dude can't see you. What are you doing? And then as I kept watching,
How old were you?
yeah, you had a blindfold on. I was 10.
What
I
the
would say.
fuck?
Oh my god!
I was like,
Are you
holy
okay?
shit.
That's
No, it's
so
not cool. That's insane.
Well, listen, that was like the
What?
only snippet, and it was the Playboy channel.
Dude, you fucking dog,
that's-
man.
no, that's
No,
not a
no, I
dog
saw that
moment.
shit, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever.
This gotta
and
be
then,
scarring
like a
for
month
his,
later.
10-year-old brain.
It was weird to look at, but I knew what I was looking at then. I was like, oh, okay, well, people, like, definitely, this is what people, like, do. And the extremes
You
of
understood
it.
consent at 10 years old?
No. But I was like, this is definitely what,
That's a good.
like, adults
That's
watch.
such a good thing to bring up. Did you know what, like, I'm gonna say BDSM? Like, I'm assuming what you saw on TV was like a very
Yeah.
like.
That sounds like that's
well,
yeah,
I know,
that's
yeah,
BDSM.
but just like that it wasn't like in a movie or something. Like this was like you knew. Did you know at the time that this was like a thing that people do that isn't like, oh, that guy's getting fucking shanked in a minute.
Right.
No, I mean, I did know to some extent that, like, hey, well, what I'm watching right now is, like, an extreme of, like, pornography. Because I had heard,
Yeah.
like, back then, like, kids talk in school all the time, especially when you're 9 and 10, and everyone's, like, sexual,
Yeah.
like, experiences
Also,
are coming along.
you have
Yeah,
like
especially
older.
yeah,
kids,
you're
right?
like, oh, I've seen a porn before.
Yeah, we didn't quite talk about that specifically, but I was one of the younger cousins, yeah.
I remember one time whenever I was like a little guy, my sister would always, she would babysit me whenever my mom and dad went on a date or whatnot. And my sister is 6 years older than me. And so I'm assuming whenever she was in I think she was a sophomore. So I would be fifth grade, somewhere around there. Fifth grade, sixth grade. I was a kid. She had a couple of her sophomore or high school friends come over, and a couple of guys and a couple of girls. And this was I'm gonna say around 2013. It was that era of high school, right?
Were you in high school in 2013?
No, but I'm saying like this is my sister's era of high school.
Okay.
This is the type of people I'm describing, right?
Got it,
Like
okay.
emo chicks was very much a thing, right? Like the classic emo chicks. And
In 2013? No.
well,
They had
that
balls.
type. I'm saying that type of
Alright.
person.
That's
And anyway, like my sister's friends are over. I'm just this little shitter hanging around that's being babysat and everything. I have a huge crush on one of my sister's friends. And I remember there's this dude there. And he was super cool. And me as a little guy, I was like, that guy's cool, so I'm gonna hang out with him. And he was, I don't know, him and this girl and my sister were all talking about something. I was tuned out. And then my sister starts to take me downstairs, and I'm like, no, I want to stay with this guy. As this guy and the other girl are starting to shut the door to my sister's bedroom.
Oh, what?
And they're like, no, I don't think you want to stay. And I'm like, no, I want to stay, hang out with you. He's like, we're gonna do something that you're probably not gonna want to watch. And I'm like, no, I want to watch.
Straight up
no.
cock
They
fucking.
started
No.
laughing, and my sister scoops me up and takes me downstairs. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even connect the dots that was what they were doing until like 3 years ago.
Wow.
I didn't,
Could you-
and I finally
Dude.
realized. I was like, oh, they were fucking.
Dude,
Bro.
let's call some like attention to how much of a bro your sister
Yeah, your
is,
sister
though.
was a host
Oh,
to this.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
she's
but
like
also-
an anti-cock block.
Yeah, but see, what I
pimp.
don't get is like I would not let my friends fuck on my bed.
You wouldn't even.
I
You
would
wouldn't even
not
let
do
me
that.
do it or Chance do it. What do you mean?
That's not homie
I
of you
would
at all,
let you guys
actually.
do.
I'd let you do it.
I'd let you do
I'm
it,
not
but you
gonna
had to
finish
you
that
had
sentence
to
'cause
you had
it's
to
not my-
take
it's
off the
not
sheets and
mine,
put them in the
only my
washer.
bed.
That's what I'm gonna say. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well,
respectable.
listen. I would add the caveat of like they would have to be washed afterwards. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like I could put on gloves and put them in the wash myself.
I wouldn't want to do that to you.
I would
wanna-
ask him to. I would ask
I
him
don't
to.
want I
but
don't
if
want
he
to touch
didn't,
man milk.
Oh my
I okay. First off,
goodness.
I think I trust
gracious.
Lewis enough to be like, you're not gonna get shit. No, you're not gonna You're not gonna stay in my mattress,
No, I'm
right?
not gonna stain your mattress.
Kinda thing?
No, I can control
like-
your
Yeah,
fire.
but there's gonna be a mess no matter what. There's a mess no matter what.
Eventually, yeah.
Lewis, you didn't do anything on my air mattress, did you?
No.
Uh-oh.
That thing. Are you kidding me? Listen.
That's a lie.
Well,
That's a lie.
I didn't know you were here for a while. I didn't know, or the couch.
No. Well, I'm not saying like, are you kidding me? Because I'm not in disbelief that you don't know.
The air mattress
but
is
the air
not-
mattress is like,
no, the air
wow,
mattress is
man.
not good for. No, it's not.
Yeah, the
no,
air-
it's not good. I think they would rather do it on the floor than on the air mattress.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they did it on the floor. Got it.
Like once the air mattress
No, I don't
deflated,
think the air mattress was
it
ever
was
down.
okay.
I mean, unless they were like so fucking stealthy that you deflated the air mattress, did your whole deal on the floor, and then re-inflated the air mattress before either of us got home, which is a crazy feat of man, but I would not put it
It's
past.
possible.
It's possible, but it's improbable, and it did not happen.
Well,
Lame.
you're a real one. It is kind of lame, but you're also a real one.
Yeah, you're both. You take both.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to think if I have any other stories like that. But I don't.
Well,
think I do.
Chance's turn for the
I don't know.
sexual awakening story.
I already
Yeah,
told it.
yeah.
I
Oh, it's
already
just a
told
little
it.
bunny thing. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think it was.
I mean,
I
the
think it
little
was
bunny
that.
one's hot. That's
I think
valid.
that's
I think Lewis takes the cake on
Thank
it.
you. Channel 53. I owe this one to you.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, 100%.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm really curious what your kinks are now. Now that
It
trauma
didn't.
is.
Well, okay.
No,
it
this
didn't
is
develop.
no,
from that.
stop. This is a whole episode. The
kinks or a whole
because
episode. Okay.
yeah, because
Okay.
we could take the tests like now.
That
like
is true.
I know we've all done them probably in the last like year or
Right,
so.
but take
we
them
could
now
take
and-
them now and then talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is like that's also kind of crazy to do, but you know. We'll see. We'll get there. We'll get there and see if we want to make that episode.
Yeah.
Because that is also like a
It's
hard
a very
episode to
loaded
pitch.
episode for sure.
That is a loaded
We could
episode.
probably group that with reading porn reviews, porn game reviews.
You know
Hey,
what?
reading
Yeah.
porn game reviews is really fun. There's a lot of really serious people on those
One
pages.
of my friends is that person.
I think if we ever
They're serious about their jerk material.
Oh, you know what? I think if we ever do like a paywalled thing, like
Patreon.
a Patreon or something, reading porn game reviews goes on that.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
That
we
would
could
be
probably
fun.
go
Also
with-
kink talk goes on that. I think all that goes in like the.
I think we
paywall.
could do I think we could do a big kink talk episode, but if we wanted to really dive down into it,
Kink
then we
tier
would-
list.
then we would put
Kink
it on
tier
Patreon.
list. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
kink tier list by how whack or cool
yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's such a good.
We
one. That's such a good
we
thing to do.
could rank it by pure ecstasy to dead.
I do think dead being the last one is good. No, there's got to be
Is
something worse
necrophilia
than
in
dead.
Dead? By
You see, there's things that are worse than dead.
Okay.
There are things
yeah.
that are worse than dead. I think Throne of Hell.
Okay,
is
but
the
would you
bottom.
call necrophilia a kink or a problem?
well, I think that's an argument that we can have because some kinks develop into
think-
problems.
Yeah, I think it starts as a kink and then gets to a
Yeah,
problem. So, but
fair.
we're only talking about the kink part of it.
Yeah, the kink part of it is, hey babe, I need you to like lie really still.
Lay still.
Not
for,
to
like-
talk about.
Lay still and don't breathe for 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Talk about
Don't
like,
worry, I'll be
the
done by
rapey
then.
aspect of it.
Ah!
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's actually so fucking
This
fair.
this kink
It is like a removal of consent.
this kink
thing.
probably draws out from being like, oh hey, this person is asleep.
Well, and then
I
that
can
dives
take
into free
advantage
use as
of
well.
Free use is chill though.
Free use is
Okay, so you know, Chance
Free use
is
is fine.
fucking one of his kinks.
No. I'm
Free
just saying
use
it's
is
chill. I'm just saying it's chill. It's more chill than necrophilia
Anything
true.
is
by like a
anything
wide
is
margin.
more chill
or
than
the even the
necrophilia.
idea.
Even the idea,
of
yeah,
necrophilia.
it's so much more chill than the idea. Of
The
that.
execution. Oh my god.
Well, because that was Jeffrey Dahmer's initial thing. Is if he actually got in bed with anybody, he would ask them.
Jeffrey
lie still.
Dahmer.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, that's crazy.
What was that rhyme in elementary school about Jeffrey Dahmer?
I could not
There's a
tell you.
rhyme?
Yeah, there's a Jeffrey Dahmer rhyme. Or am I thinking of the Kesha song?
TikTok.
What?
I think I'm thinking
What?
of the Kesha song.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
there's a
yeah, it's
Kesha
a
song.
Kesha
Come on,
song.
Chance, you love Kesha.
Says who?
You.
I like
You.
Shakira.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
That's
it's
the same thing.
Shakira. That's the one
They're
that I
like the
talk
same
about.
person.
Shakira is my guilty pleasure.
Let me.
I'm not this. No, they're very different. I like maybe one Kesha song,
Yeah, Jeffrey
Maybe, and it's only in like a.
Oh, yeah. So there's a song by Kesha called "Cannibal,"
Very on the nose.
and it's got a
Yeah,
Jeffrey
I
Dahmer line
didn't even know
in
that was a
it.
thing.
Yeah. Let me
Oh
see.
no!
Oh yeah. Okay. Whenever you tell me I'm pretty, that's when the hunger really hits me. Your little heart goes pitter patter. I want your liver on a platter. Use your finger to stir my tea, and for dessert I'll suck your teeth. Be too sweet and you'll be a goner. Yeah, I'll pull a Jeffrey Dahmer.
That is insane.
That's just so.
Wow.
Oh my
I just
God.
remembered
I
the
need to
Katy
meet that
Perry
woman.
song that had like a Jeffrey Dahmer line in
Is
it.
it a Katy Perry song that has it?
Well, yeah. Katy Perry, Dark Horse, I think that's what it's called.
Really?
There's a line where the guy who's like on the track he spits a bar, and the bar's like, "Eat her heart like Jeffrey Dahmer."
Oh yeah. She's a
dumb.
beast. I call her Karma.
She
She'll
eats your
eat
heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one I thought of when you were
okay.
like, "Oh, a song," but no.
Interesting. Man, Jeffrey Dahmer, what he's done to the pop song industry.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer really made.
okay.
Are they paying him royalties?
No,
He's
man,
dead.
fuck
He
that
died
guy.
like 9 months into prison.
Are they paying his family royalties?
They're probably
No, actually, the people that bought his story, they would be paying him. So actually,
Who bought his story?
Now the Netflix people.
Oh, his family,
Now the
I
Netflix
guess.
people.
That's so funny. That's so
No.
funny. What dead serial killer, like who sells the rights to their story? Is it their family?
Well, no. People buy serial killer stories all the time.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
who
how
do
do
they
you
buy it
think you
from
get-
is the question.
right.
They buy it from people wanting to write books or do like say back in the day with John Wayne Gacy, right? Once it came out, he would have reporters and people go to him. Like, I mean, check out the Gacy tapes, right? He would have people go to him that wanted to write about what he did.
But I'm saying like
they would pay him and or
okay,
his
him.
family
Okay,
money.
that's the question. It's like, do they
reporter,
go
detective?
to the serial killer and are they like, we would like to write a book about you. What say you? Or if the serial killer's then dead, do they go to the family? And what if the family says no?
I think. Well,
What if the family's like,
family
"I
says
don't
no,
like this."
then no.
Oh well, okay.
They can't do too much.
Wow.
Well, think about it
so-
like think about like
uh,
Helter Skelter, right? Where there's like multiple angles of where
Right.
this story must have come together because there's individual points of views from multiple people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, in that case, they get the main story from whoever did it, and or they can also get it from cops, from people that like reported on the scene, right? So if Gacy, for example, isn't wanting to
Is that all free
corroborate,
use?
people who went through nah,
It's
Anything that was
evidence.
like
I'm
court
not too
reported
well
stuff?
versed. I'm not too well versed in that part specifically, so I wouldn't be able to say. I just know like the basic thing of if you live through the story, you can sell your story. You can sell that part of it or whatever. And everything that kind of went in between it. That's why with like Ted Bundy, there's a lot of different variations of the story. With any serial killer.
Yeah, how does that
There's a
work
bunch of
with
different
like
variations of the
unknown
story.
serial killers, like Jack the Ripper, Zodiac?
If
that
it's
kind of thing?
unknown, then it becomes a reporter thing. If it's known, then it becomes like, I mean, you can report it or whatnot.
Dude,
as
imagine
it's going.
imagine like tomorrow or no, sorry. Imagine like back however long, like a year ago when the Zodiac TV show came out. Imagine the
Oh, yeah.
real Zodiac killer comes out of hiding and is like, I'm suing you for telling my story without my fucking consent or something. And they're like,
I don't
what?
know
You
if they
fucking,
can do that.
Ted
Yeah.
Cruz.
what's the statute of limitation on like murder? It is Ted Cruz. No. Okay. Let's
Totally
get off
Ted
of this.
Cruz.
Let's get off of this. Connor, tell us your
Yeah.
story about blowjobs and beatings. Cause I am very confused as to what that means.
Yeah.
You said it out of nowhere with no fucking.
No, there was some
Context.
context. I was talking to Lewis.
Oh, okay. Well, I have zero context for this then.
I
so.
have little context.
I didn't like. Granted, I told the initial part of it, and then I was like, oh, we should just save this for the podcast. Okay, blowjobs and beatings. So back whenever I was in ninth grade, you know, I like first fucking day of ninth grade. I get to school and I'm like, okay, I am changing my personality. And I think I touched a little bit on this in the last episode. But I'm like, I'm changing my personality. I am cool. Like, I'm cool now. This is my
And
thing.
what a spectacular job you've done at that so far. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think I've done a pretty good job.
Beautifully.
And I met Jason
Do you think
Momoa,
that? Do you
so-
think that makes you
Did meet
cool?
Jason Momoa? Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I was telling a story here, and I keep getting interrupted.
I gotta keep you humble.
Um,
God knows nobody else
as I
will.
was saying,
give some
shut
merit.
the fuck up,
Lewis,
Lewis. Oh
Shut up.
my
No.
god, damn
No.
it.
Lewis, shut the fuck
Fucking
up.
Christ.
All right, continue your story. Jesus, sorry. about
As
that
I was
interruption
fucking
from Lewis.
saying.
Deal with it.
I get to ninth grade. I'm like, I'm cool now. And another immediate thought, which is kind of douchey, is I need to get a
So
girlfriend as
douchey.
fast as possible. So in each one of my classes, I'm gonna start thinking I'm gonna see
You've been
and I'm gonna be like,
chosen.
I want to make you my girlfriend, and it kind of worked. Like I had a lot. I mean, it didn't fucking mean anything, but I had a lot
Well,
of girlfriends
yeah,
in ninth
okay.
grade. And like I said, it didn't mean anything. The fact that they were like 2 weeks to a month did not fucking mean shit. But there was this one girl, can't even remember what class that she was in. But I had her in some class. She was cute, and either I had her in class or we had the same friends and we sat together at lunch. But she was super cute, and so me and her start dating, and she had way more sexual experience than I had.
In ninth grade?
Because I was virgin at the
Is
time.
this
Goodness gracious.
future
yeah.
me mute this? Is this
No,
okay?
no.
Do we know who this is?
I got. This is
Uh-huh.
if you know from whatever in that story. Yeah, I got tit, but that's as far as I went.
Okay.
But anyway, no, me and her, we started dating, and she was very much like, hey, come on, let's do this, and I was like, God's watching. You know?
No.
boy.
I wasn't God's watching, but I was like, I just kind of don't want to do this because my sister fucking terrified me at the time. Because my sister, the same one who let her
same one
friends
who's so
fuck
chill?
in her bed,
The
yeah.
pimp.
Yeah.
She told me if I had sex by a certain age, she would cut my dick off. So I was terrified. I was terrified of my fucking
That's a
sister.
good older
Yeah.
sister.
Good
Yeah,
threat.
she's good. So eventually, like, I start getting horny enough where I start ignoring it, and finally, like me,
the idea of God.
yeah, me and this girl,
Insane.
I'm walking her back to I think her aunt's place or something, which was like 2 blocks away from my place, and she's like, "Hey, come on," and she takes me in the alleyway, and she pulls down my pants.
Oh,
In the fucking alleyway, and it's also like November
Oh, so cold.
wait.
or December. It's cold.
Oh no! Wait, did she just go for it?
Yeah, she just
Oh,
went for it,
no, Connor.
and I was like, "Oh, wow!"
This was A, ninth grade.
Yeah,
B,
an
cold outside,
alleyway.
and you're not ready for it.
Unconsensual,
yeah, no, I mean, like we were making out, and there was like some hands and pants stuff, but this was like the first.
Oh,
serious,
so you were already getting going.
Yeah, this is the first serious venture.
Oh.
I see. Well, I can only imagine at the time you were, how do I say, not at your best.
No.
Yeah.
And so she's just getting going, and I'm like, wow, wow, you know, I haven't the time of my
God,
life.
close your eyes.
And yeah,
Jesus is around us, but for now he's over there.
and because my body does not know what's happening, I don't come, right? She gets tired, and I'm just kind of like, oops, you know.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And so she gets up, you know, whatever. I'm pretty sure at the time she tried to kiss me, and I was like, what? No.
Oh, it's so cringe.
You
That's
get
so
those
cringe.
away
Around my
from
dick.
me.
No. Like now, whenever I'm really getting going, I don't fucking care where your mouth has
Yeah,
been. You
That's
know?
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
But at the time, I
maybe
was
could see
like,
it.
you know.
At the you
Yeah.
dick mouth?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to
Yeah.
taste my dick.
What is
Yeah.
wrong with
And
you?
so
The fuck?
then,
Don't kiss
then we
me.
start doing that, right? And then
Making out?
Yeah,
Macking?
making out. She's making out with my peener.
not-
I at the
all right.
time because I don't know what I'm
At
fucking
the time,
doing.
it really was a peer.
It's very one-sided. She's doing a lot and I'm doing nothing because I wasn't experienced in any of this.
Also, I feel like it's harder to get her back when you're like
yeah.
upright in an alley. I
Yeah,
feel like,
yes,
it's more
yeah.
difficult, I'd say.
But luckily
Not
at the time
impossible.
she was cool about it. You know, I don't think she expected.
She was
it of
cool
me.
about it.
Just chill with it.
we keep doing this, but she's doing it so much that I start to think that I'm hot shit, right? And so over, I think spring break, I break up with her, because I'm like, and don't get me wrong, she was good looking, but I was then at the time of like, nah, I'm too cool for you now, you know, and that's right after.
Wasn't this one of your worst breakups?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I thought this was
Hang
like.
on. You're spoiling the story.
I thought this person.
You're spoiling the story. So we break up, right? And she is freaking out. Another thing was at the time I did not drink either. Like I was very much, I was good. And then she infected me. I was good. I didn't drink. I didn't like sex wasn't really a thing. No, this was
at 13.
No, by ninth grade you're 14.
Yeah, 14.
Ninth grade,
14
you were
or
what?
15?
14, 15.
And so, I wasn't fucking doing any of that shit. And so I break up because she also started getting drunk a lot, and I wasn't vibing with that. That, and also I thought I was hot shit. We break up, and then flash forward all the way to senior year. I think it's over Christmas break, and I'm working at the movie theaters or whatever, and she texts me. I was also single at the time, and I was often thinking of like, she was also the one girl that gave me a fucking blowjob too. So I started thinking back, and I was like, man, I do kind of miss blowjobs. They're pretty cool, if I do say so myself. And so I started texting her again. We decide to hang out. On said day that we decide to hang out, she's like, oh yeah, I've got a boyfriend, but he's cool. I was like, what? I was like, what?
What does that mean?
Like,
what the fuck does that
like,
mean?
He's not
How
jealous
cool is he though?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Like, so we're still just friends, because that's how I was playing it. I was like, oh, we're just friends. We're friends. And
like
I go over, I meet the dude, and the dude's just playing Fortnite the entire time.
Clearly,
the
alpha.
The dude, this
what?
is senior year.
What year is this?
Senior year. Fortnite just came out.
Okay, like
Fortnite might be a
2018.
year old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite had to have been a year old.
And so the dude's just playing Fortnite as this random guy who's dated this chick before comes over. I introduced myself. I tried being cool, but the dude was very much like, playing Fortnite, getting those dubs.
Oh no. My wife's boyfriend.
And
my wife's boyfriend vibes.
No,
What a
dude
chill-ass
was a fucking asshole. Because he was purposely putting out asshole vibes, and I was like, okay, fuck you, whatever. Me and were hanging. Oh, oops, name drop that. If you could bleep that out, that'd be cool. And,
sorry. Yeah,
me and her,
we'll hit it.
We start hanging out, and then we start hanging out just me and her. And she starts telling me about how this guy is like starting to get pissed off at that and is starting to be super jealous. And because I'm super horny, and she's putting out very horny vibes. And so I'm thinking like, hey, just break up with him. He's a piece of shit. He was being a piece of shit.
Right here.
But also, I shouldn't have been getting involved in that. Granted, I was very I was not experienced in relationships, right? I was very dumb in relationships, and so I didn't realize that the situation that I was getting myself in was a gigantic red flag. I was solely thinking like, oh no, she still likes me, I still like her, so we should fuck. And so we start hanging out, just me and her, and then I can't remember how everything got started, but shit started getting started. We start making out again. And then she tells me later, she's like, she's planning on breaking up with this dude. She's not broken up with this dude. We're making out. And again, asshole move on me, but also at the time, I was dumb.
At the time,
super dumb. We start making out. She tells me that she's going to break up with this guy. They also live together. I need to add that.
Yeah. Goodness. You homewrecker.
And so... yada yada, we're fucking around. Phase 2 of all of this happens where she tells me like, yeah, we broke up, but he's still living with me. And I'm like, just kick him out. She's like, I can't just do that. And I'm like, why? She's like, because that's mean. And I'm like, okay, so, hang on. Just stay with me with all of these details that seem like they go nowhere. Just stay with them. So after she finally tells me that, like, yeah, they broke up, but they're still living together, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, it's a fucked situation, so I'm gonna play it nice because I'm dumb. But I'm also trying to convince her of, like, get this fucking dude out of here, you know. During that time, we start fucking. Like, we're actually fucking. No more blowjobs. We're just full force.
Okay.
And we're fucking in the back of my truck behind a church.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
it was a
That's
vibe.
the way
It
to
was a
go.
vibe.
Wait, was she your first?
Yes.
God really is watching this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in his
Don't
house.
don't tell that whole
And
story.
I'm-
I think an episode dedicated to that story would be good.
I'm staring at him, right? But yeah, I'm staring at God the whole time. And
You're just looking at the church.
yeah.
She looks down. She's like,
Well,
what are you
no,
looking at?"
what-
He's like,
so
"Go-
what's
your
worse-
God, boobs.
What's worse is that was also
Sorry,
the church
fuck.
that I went to of my own volition at the
No.
time.
Oh, wait, you went because you wanted to?
Yeah, because my buddies at the time went to church, and I wanted to hang out with my buddies.
Oh,
so I wanted to
okay,
go
I
to
know what church then.
Yeah,
Okay, I know what church. Oh, it's okay.
yeah, the older one, with the giant pasture in the
older
back.
building?
Yes.
The old building.
I
I have a story about that pastor.
Sweet.
Later time. Go
Okay.
ahead.
And so we're doing all of this. This dude ends up, like, losing his fucking shit. Like, I remember one night we were just hanging out or whatever. We weren't even fucking or nothing. And this dude calls her. He was the type of person to say, to really nail in, I'm gonna kill myself if you break up with me. He was that guy.
Ooh.
And so you see why I'm
saying that as like
he's an
saying
asshole.
that as an attack
Yes.
or as like a tether is a fucked
It's
up
a
thing.
fucked up thing. And so this dude was a fucking prick. And one night, and he had this weird thing with his car. Anytime that me and him would see each other and he would threaten me, he would threaten to run me over. He wouldn't threaten to fight me. He would threaten to run me
Real
over.
quick. I'll bleep it. But can you
His
tell us who
name's
this was?
Isaiah.
This guy?
Fucking no.
Is it
What's his
Mora?
last name?
He's got noodle head.
Because of his
It's not.
I don't think so. No, this dude's a prick. I don't think you guys would know him.
Okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, this dude is always threatening to run me over with his car, and I'm like, okay, because he had a Mustang, and it was like every other Mustang that everybody else had in the damn town. And this one night we're hanging out, he calls her fucking bawling, and he's like, I'm speeding, I'm going like 120 on a 75, and so she starts freaking out, and so me again, dumb. You don't have to say I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
You're dumb.
I'm like, okay, well, fuck. And so I get in the car. I start helping her drive around looking for this fucking dude, you know, and he's on the phone the whole time. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna run in a wall. And it's like, dude, no, you're fucking not. You're just trying to get
Could you
attention.
hear in the
is what
background?
you're
Was he
fucking-
driving?
Yes.
Could you hear him driving?
Yes, he was driving.
Oh, okay. I'd have taken it serious.
No, I wouldn't take it seriously at all because of how many times he would. I'm skipping a lot.
Okay.
How many times that we ended up having to stop fucking because this dude called because he was gonna kill himself.
Okay, okay.
I was getting blue
Okay.
balled by this fake suicidal asshole.
Hold on.
What is the matter?
You are
with
not
you?
in the fucking clear here. You are not.
No,
you are not
I'm
the
not.
good guy of this story. You are
There is
also.
no good
There
guy
is
in
no
this
good guy so far. At
There's
this point in
me,
the
and then
story,
there's even more assholes.
I think no. I think you're both the same level of asshole, just in different ways.
I'm getting there. I haven't even said who's most assholey in this entire
I think
story.
she's most assholey in this story.
Okay, well, yeah, but let me get there. So yada yada yada. That happens. She finally kicks him out, and then it's just me and her.
What a jump.
This entire time, she's also telling me how she wants a fucking kid. I am in senior year.
Oof.
I'm just now getting my dick wet. I don't want a fucking kid. You know, but after she breaks up with him, she makes it a big deal. That was also one of the things that the reason why she wanted to break up with him, because he was impotent. He couldn't, or whatever the term for not having enough
What?
cum, right?
Wait,
He was sterile.
what?
Being dead serious.
That's
And
insane.
and she just needed a fucking kid.
What?
And
Dude,
so
no.
so we're fucking around, and then then it's just me and her. And there's this one specific day that I still remember pretty clearly, where I skated from my house to hers, which was like across town. Because I wanted to see her. She was hanging out with her friends. I wanted to surprise her whenever I got there. And so I hung around for a second. Finally, she gets there, and she gets there with her friends, whatever. And they're talking about how they're going to go to Lubbock that night. I'm like, okay, cool. Her friends leave, and it's just me and her for a second. But she seems like super down for whatever reason. And so I'm asking her, I'm like, hey, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, my friends are being assholes. They're not answering, yada, yada, yada.
Shoot.
Main point is my friends are being assholes. I'm not in a good mood. You should leave. But she's really drilling home that you should leave. And I was like, I'm not going to leave you in a shitty mood while you're waiting on your friends, because they were going to come back. I was like, I'll just leave whenever they get here, because you'll be going to Lubbock. And she keeps trying to get me out. And I'm like, no, I'm staying here until your friends get here. Finally, like after 2 or 3 hours, they get there. I'm man of my word. I say bye or whatever. And I drive around. Smaller detail. This entire time, there's also this other dude that is like her friend, but they also dated before for a couple of months. Okay. But this guy was a piece of shit. Once again, I'm going to say I'm dumb because I didn't see him as an issue. I didn't think anything was going on there because of how confidently this chick was talking about it. Never trust anyone. And so finally this dude and these two chicks get there. They're there with her. I say bye and I start to skate back. Then at this intersection, the original boyfriend is waiting for me. And I'm kind of like, I stop skating and I'm kind of just like, hey, dude, what's going on? Because again, I'm dumb. I don't see what's going on.
The confidence on this guy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he was just like, I can't remember. I was like, dude, what's up, dude? Because I was very much like, you lost.
Hey, bro, long time no see.
You suck. Yeah, it was very much that. And he was like, nah, fuck you. Like, fuck talking. Yada, yada, yada. He starts getting in my face. And then this girl and her friends drive around. And they park.
What?
And the girl starts yelling at the boyfriend, or the original dude. And is like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here. Yada, yada, yada. The other dude gets out, and he's yelling at me. And the two girls in the back are just kind of watching. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. The girl, the chick that's fucking around, she starts walking back home because we're only like a block away. She's like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. And then the second dude, he starts running after her. He's like, hey, first dude number one, starts yelling at me again. And I'm kind of just like, what's going on? I have no fucking clue what's going on because the girl's yelling. They're yelling with each other. The two other girls are just kind of in the back watching.
Someone more dumb than you.
And then finally, the second dude, he starts charging at me, and like, he's like,
her friend,
my mic, yeah,
the enemy of my enemy, bro.
Because he also did not like me. So and there's details to that. And so this dude starts charging after me. And he gets, like, mic distance away from me. And I realize, like, oh, I'm being jumped. And so I move out of the way. And the dude goes on his fucking face. The idiot, like, put way too much weight on himself. And he goes down. And I'm kind of just, like, looking at him like, okay. The other guy, I can't remember what he was doing. The second dude gets back up. And he comes after me again. He does the same charge. And so I just kind of push him to the side. I do the same dodge and I push him to the side. I'm like, have you ever been in a fight before? And he gets up and he's just yelling at me. He gets off his ass and he just starts yelling at me, drilling into me. And I'm like, what's going on, man? And so then the first dude, this entire time he was walking up to me and he grabs me by the shirt and he makes me break up with the chick.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What is
That's
going on
insane.
here?
He makes me break up with her, so I break up with her. I'm like, okay, I guess we're done.
I don't want to
since
be
I'm being
fucking
told to.
beaten like in the middle of the street here.
Yeah, and he punches me in the temple.
Oh,
Luckily, I didn't go down. I just kind of was like, ugh, and I
Stunned,
was like,
yeah.
okay, I've been punched. I grab my skateboard and I'm kind of looking at them as I'm walking away, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm
That's
like,
insane.
okay.
This looks planned.
All of this is super
This
weird.
looks like she
Yeah.
planned this.
Man, you're so smart.
No,
because
Connor, no.
Because she no. So I have no guarantee on any of this, but this is my theory. Is I found out about 2 weeks later that she was pregnant. And I found out that she was pregnant with the first dude's
Wait.
kid.
the first
low
dude,
cum
okay.
count guy.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Connor. I have a newfound sympathy for you, my friend.
Yeah.
I will treat you a little less bad going forward.
No.
How kind
it's
of
fine.
you.
It's fine. Like
Oh no! I'll probably recount this statement in like an hour when
I'm
we
sure,
hop on
I'm sure.
Valorant, and you piss me
Of
off
course.
Sure.
because you fucking run it down.
No, but I
B Pearl or
Yeah.
some shit when we're all pushing A
and
as
so
Neon.
so
It is a long story.
no, and so I found out by putting 2 and 2 together that not only was she fucking me, not only was she fucking the other dude, she was also fucking the third dude. She's fucking all 3 of us. But the second dude and the third dude, they were cool with each other. They were friends. And they were fully aware that they were fucking the same chick. However,
They probably had some kind of an agreement. They're probably down.
I'm sure. However, like all of that was going on. They just didn't like the white guy, is what it was.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
and so they thanks. So they I think what she had done was she was trying to get me to leave so I could meet up with the first dude, and that could all happen earlier. But because I refused to, she got annoyed and texted her friends and was like, fuck it, just come over.
Oh, she was hoping
and so
you
they
were
all-
just leaving. Right
Yeah,
into him?
I think they were waiting for me. All of them were waiting for me. Right
For
there.
2 hours.
Yeah, and so, I mean, get fucked.
They probably did.
The 2 hours, you're not going to get back, assholes.
They didn't get that back.
And she was pregnant with the first dude's kid. And I think the whole reason why she was trying to get me to be okay on board with baby, so whenever she had one, she didn't have to get rid of me. But I wasn't. She had a kid on the way, so she was like, okay, well, I gotta ditch this dude. And she even tried telling me, and this is how far she went. She even tried telling me that she had an STD, and that I needed to get myself checked. And she said that she was like, yeah, I've got gonorrhea. You should get yourself checked.
adding
I'm
in
so
that
sorry. You
last
should
part,
break up."
adding in that last part is wild.
And I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll get checked too. I get checked.
You should probably break up with me.
Yeah. No, and she did.
There's a
And she did.
reach.
I got checked. I didn't have it. And so I was like, okay. Granted, everybody was safe. I will
Probably
say
not.
that.
You got beat
Not
up.
And so
entirely.
like I was like, I don't have it. You just get medication for it. Yada yada. And then, all of this, they planned it, or I believe she planned it. I believe she told them to get together and to make me break up with her. Because if it was just a dude that was mad, he would have just fucking one-on-one fought me and been like, hey, fuck off, right? Like, that's the dude thing to do is, hey, fuck off, she's my girl. But no, the fact that he had me by my shirt and was like, break up with him.
It's kind of a shitty thing to do. It's
Like,
kind of a shitty thing to like,
okay, I guess.
more so than
Um,
than just beat you up and send you on your way, but to be like, break up with her right now in front of me. That's such like a God. That's such like he's doing it because he wants to. I feel like at that point he's doing it because he dislikes you, not because he like wants to be with her. It's
Yeah,
just like,
no.
hey, fuck this guy. My ego could be healed a little bit right now.
Whatever. No, and I mean, again, this dude was the type of dude, like, he would throw a fit, get in his car, and wreck his car on purpose.
Wait, he did that?
Like, I remember one time, yeah, he got pissed off because she broke up with him, and so he gets in his car at his grandparents' place, and he starts, like, running into their fence, running into a chain link and a brick fence, like, backing it up into a tree, this car that he did not spend money for. It was his mother's money that bought it. He was very pretentious, not to call back the first episode. He was very much a mama's boy. He was a baby. And he didn't get his way because somebody was fucking his chick, and so he wrecked his car for it. And then his poor grandparents had to give him their truck, and then he wrecked that.
Okay, I don't know about had to give them.
I don't think they had to
him
do
their
anything.
truck.
I think
That
they
is
were
just
just
dumb.
like, I think, I don't know, bad situation probably.
Listen, you get a car for free. You willingly wreck it.
Yeah, all of it
Fuck
was a
you.
bad situation. And granted, I'm not an angel in this situation. I was a fucking shitter, and B, also dumb as shit.
Asshole and dumbass.
So, like, I'm very aware.
We
of
cannot
that.
account this to wrong person, wrong time.
But at the time, I told, whenever I got jumped or whatever, I told my sister. Actually, I was scared to tell my sister because I knew she would kill her. So I told my sister's boyfriend, who's in the military. I thought that would be better. And he, like, dude's big dude.
Did he tell her right away?
It was a whole thing. It was a whole.
Wow.
Nobody's dead. No, he didn't, because he was
Okay,
also
that's fair.
scared of my sister because
Oh,
she
boy,
would go
yeah.
apeshit. My sister's fucking terrifying. I love her to death.
I feel like there's a little bit of a, some kind of a, like, bias towards thinking she's...
She also kept me from getting laid for however long because I was terrified of her.
Well, you were a child. You were a child.
Yeah, there's a little bit of... Yeah, no, she's...
Well, that's too, but still, there's many a time where I could have gotten laid, but I was like, no, I don't want to. But it was mainly because my sister will know, and I will be dickless.
That's such a funny, like, when you're
Yeah.
a teenager thing to be scared of.
I was terrified of her.
To be like, she threatened me once, and I don't know if it was real.
She's scary.
I don't know if it was a real threat.
No, and it wasn't once. Anytime she even thought I was doing something like less than good. Like anytime, because weed was illegal at the time. She was like, if you're smoking pot, I'll cut your dick off. You know, it was
She did a
consistent.
good job.
She's part of my childhood trauma.
Were you smoking pot?
No, one time with my sister. Yeah, one time with my sister, I was a little dude, and she was babysitting me, and me and her got into a fight, and I was like, I think I'm gonna just kill myself. And she was like, good, do it, and threw a kitchen knife at me.
Jesus.
What the hell?
That is fucked up.
And then
that's
but
not-
immediately
that's a
afterwards,
fucked
I
up
I
story.
was just crying, and she was like, "I'm sorry. Don't be an idiot. Don't say stupid things. I love you." You know.
Was it a sharp knife?
It was a Michael Myers knife.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought it
That's
was like
not
a
chill.
butter knife.
I love my sister. I love my
Goodness.
sister.
It would have been funny if it was like a plastic butter knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I could have seen the
She's like, here, go for it. And you're like, it doesn't
could
cut
have seen the
skin.
humor in
It
that.
doesn't good.
It's too blunt.
Oh.
No, I don't know. That whole story, it sucks. It was a sucky situation.
It is an
spun me
insane
out of control
story.
for a little bit.
It is an insane story.
Obviously, I'm fine now, and all the red flags that I learned from that, I adhere to today. If a chick lives with her man and they're not together, I don't get involved in that. I at least haven't gotten involved in that.
It is a unique situation.
I haven't currently been involved in that.
Well, you haven't been involved in anything in like 6 months, right? So
Okay, almost a year.
No.
Thank you.
what?
No,
No.
I've had a couple of
No.
flings. That's
Yeah,
true.
no, you haven't.
That's
You
true.
haven't. Sorry, when I said been involved, I meant been in somebody.
Wow. Insane
in,
of
like,
you
Thanks.
to bring
6
that up.
months.
Wow.
Thanks for that.
It's good to. I think it's important to bring it up. I think we need
Been
to.
in Lewis's mom.
Yes, sir.
both
Yes,
are a
fucking. Yes,
bunch
we have.
of
Yes,
idiots.
sir.
Firstly,
Yes, sir. Fuck
you,
you,
Chance,
Lewis.
for
Shut the
being an
fuck up.
idiot and bringing that up, and you, Connor, being a fucking being a fucking rug to this idiot.
What are you talking? I didn't bring it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shut the
Dude,
fuck
I
up,
would be-
dumbass.
I would be.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He was
Listen, he's not
agreeing with-
wrong.
Yeah, he's just your
He's
fucking-
just, you know. He's. I mean,
Lewis,
he's
I would
right.
be
He's
such a
right.
good
He's
stepdad
right.
to you.
Listen,
I treat you right,
Listen,
buddy.
good stepdad.
I've had
in
one
my
and a half
We go play-
stepdads.
we go
neither
play
of them will
catch.
work out, all right?
Out in the yard.
Yeah, but
third time's the charm.
me,
I said
come
one and a
on.
half.
Yeah, third
You would
time's
be
the
the
charm,
other
baby.
half.
Come on.
Not giving that out.
What's your
Not-
mom's number?
Not doxing my mom.
You can message her on Facebook.
Come on.
I'm friends with your mom on Facebook.
Lewis-
Matter of
Lewis's
fact, I have
mom
to go.
has got it
I'll
going on.
leave you two to think about your actions, you motherfuckers.
He's just leaving. However, this is a good place for us to end. So thank anyone who's watching, or listening.
Really
for
appreciate you
listening
guys.
to Throwaway Joke. Please
We
check us out on Twitter @ThrowJokePod.
we do want to send you guys home with one question, one very important question.
I'm cutting it out if it's stupid.
My take is yes.
Are mashed potatoes just Irish guacamole?
It matches up perfectly.
I think it's such a good question. And I'll tell you my answer next
right.
week.
Fair enough.
Next week. All right. See, cliffhanger. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Come on.